Another year and another Assassin's Creed game, this time set during the Viking raids on medieval England. The cinematic trailer is action-packed and full of little Easter eggs and hints and gameplay features, so let's take a deep dive into this trailer.
They are heartless.
We can see Eivor and the Vikings praying to Tyr, the Norse god of war and justice, which you can tell by the statue's missing hand. This, along with the face paint being applied to Eivor, means that the Vikings are either preparing for a full-on war with supposedly England, or this is the beginning of the Viking raids.
Godless barbarians.
Here we can see Eivor with face paint being put on him. It has been confirmed that hair, face paint and such can be customizable, and we can see him sporting different face paint later on at the trailer. We can see the Viking boats taking off and the raven appears overhead, as well as a symbol of the Viking longboats later on in the trailer. In Norse mythology, ravens are a sign of Odin, and we could talk more about that later, but it appears that the raven is Eivor's pet raven, Sunin. I believe the Drakkar is the name of your boat, and it can be summoned when near flowing water in the game. It is fully customizable and can hold 8 crew members, similar to Odyssey, and your crew can disembark the boat to become a raiding party to help you in battle.
They murder and kill blindly.
Apparently an element of the game explores Eivor's character and his choices as a Viking leader, and we can see a bit of this here when he lets his woman and child go. Typically depicted, when a Viking raid happened, they killed most, if not all, people and stole all of their possessions as a reward. But this could be giving us depth to the character and add more dialogue choices to the game to make the character more likeable and down to earth.
They scar the lands of England. Lands they...
Here we can see the Vikings building settlements, which is a huge part of the game, and we can see them building huts, god totems, and what appears to be a Viking longhouse, which is described as a big long building in which many Vikings lived inside. They were said to be crowded but cozy. Some of the things you can do in these settlements are sleep in Eivor's bed, check on the people living there, fish from the docks, and interact with other things. It is the place where major quests start and end, as well as romances, and eventually you can hold weddings there to forge alliances between the Viking clans.
They will never defend, never love. The time has come to speak to them in a language they will understand.
Here we can see King Alfred of Wessex, who is supposedly the primary antagonist of the game, and I noticed something that seems to be where the Assassin's Creed elements start to kick in. On the King's crown can be seen a cross very similar to the Templar cross, as well as the English flags later on in the trailer. The Knights Templar were not found until 1119 AD, which is when the first game is set. The game is set between at least 847 AD and 889 AD, so the Templars wouldn't be kicking around yet, but this could just be the first iteration of the Templars, succeeding from the Cult of the Ancients and the Cult of Cosmos.
Oh, somebody tell me. Answer if you can. Oh, somebody tell me. Shield! What is the soul of
Here we can see some of the new weapons we may be using in the game. Throwing axes are supposedly a feature, and we can see Eivor using them throughout the fight at the end of the trailer. And throwing spears may be a feature of this as well. Lightning and thunder were a sign for Vikings that Thor or Odin were on their side in battle and would help them win the fight. We see Eivor looking over the battlefield at an old man next to a tree after seeing a raven fly off, and he proceeds to say, "Odin is with us!" As I mentioned earlier, ravens were a sign of Odin, and in the Vikings TV show we do see Ragnar looking at a man who he believes to be Odin. But I think there's something else might be in play here. I think that Eivor knows who this man is. I think that this man he sees is actually a member of the Assassins or the Hidden Ones, and he is the one who tries to recruit Eivor into the Creed. I believe that he is trying to help Eivor and help him turn into an assassin, and that is why he sent Sunin from Norway to follow and assist Eivor to help him become an assassin. We know that assassins are masters of social stealth, and in the first Assassin's Creed trailer from 2007, we see Altair blend in with a group of monks and seemingly vanish. This could be what this assassin is doing here. Finally, we see Eivor use his hidden blade for the first time, and he wears it on the front of his arm instead of underneath his wrist. This is because he is not yet an assassin at this point, and he thinks it is a cool and useful weapon, and that it should be shown on the front, which is basically the opposite of what a hidden blade is used for. And this continues on from my point earlier, as I believe the supposed assassin was giving Eivor the inspiration and command to use his hidden blade to help him win the fight. I have seen that there have been rumours that the game will somehow tie into Altair, and with the game set a few hundred years between each other, I can see this happening. I think at the end of the game or throughout the game, we may see the foundations and the mantras of the Templar Order being set and readying for the Crusades in the Middle East. And I think this will be the same way we see the beginning of the Assassin's Creed back in Origins.
What is the soul of
A lot of the gameplay details I talked about today I found out from Assassin's Creed _Odyssey on Instagram, so make sure you check them out there for more details that I haven't covered in this video. Well, there you go, just a few things you may have missed in the new Assassin's Creed Valhalla trailer, with a few of my thoughts and theories sprinkled in the middle. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment on any topics you would like me to discuss in the future. Thanks for watching, and bye.